Hi, I'm Kelly. Welcome to class. Today you're going to need a sturdy armless chair, some water for hydration, and a resistance tube. You should check your resistance tube by running your fingers along it like this for any nicks or wearing. Place it down out of the way and let's get warmed up. We're going to start sitting in your chair. Have your feet about shoulder distance apart and lengthen out through the top of your spine. Take a big deep breath and reach up. Exhale down, roll your shoulders back 2 times. Let's do that again. Inhale up, thumbs back, palms in, exhale down, roll your shoulders back 2 times. Reach your hands forward, pull back. You should be sitting on the front third of your chair, not all the way back, so you've got room for your elbows to move right back. Now right then left, leave one arm forward, rotate, see if you can tap your upper arm to the back of the chair. Both arms forward back, pull back, opening the chest, squeeze between your shoulder blades. Right then left, leave one arm forward, tap the chair with your upper arm. Bring your hands onto the chair, lift up into a squat, stand up and sit back down using your hands to guide you into the chair. Lift up and squat back down, up. 2 more times, up. If you feel comfortable, bring your hands forward as you squat. Now stay up. Bring your feet a little bit wider apart, reach your hands forward, drop your shoulders down and back. Now pull back, just like we did when we were sitting, but we're going to add some hip movement. Right then left, swivel the left hip and foot. Rotate the body. Both arms forward back. Pull back, opening the chest. 2 more times. Right then left, pull back. Swivel the hip and the foot. Squat back down, squat onto the chair, use your hands and lift up. Do that again, see if you can do that, bringing your hands forward and then bring your hands in by your sides as you stand back up. 2 more times, squat down and stand up. 1 more time, squat and up. Roll your shoulders back. 2 more times. Doesn't that feel good? Come behind your chair. I'm going to move my chair forward for space. Stand directly behind your chair, holding on with both hands. Feet hip distance apart. Lunge your right leg back. Bend both knees, reach your right hand up. Stretch the front of your right hip. Bring that hand back and press your heel to the floor, stretching the calf and step in. Let's do the other side. Lunge back, bend both knees. You're stepping onto the ball of the foot. Reach the left hand up. Feel that stretch in the front of the left hip. Bring your hand back to the chair. Press the heel to the floor, stretching the lower leg. Step in. Let's repeat that each side. Big step back onto the ball of your foot, not the whole foot. Reach up, reach right back. Bring your hand back, press your heel to the floor, stretching the lower leg, and step forward. Last one. Big step back, sink, bending both knees. Reach your left hand up, stretch right back, opening the front of the hip. Bring the hand back to the chair. Press your heel to the floor, stretching the lower leg, and step in. Feet a little bit wider than your shoulders. Squat down and lift up. And if you feel comfortable, you can step a little bit further back and bring your hands onto your thighs as you squat down. Now see if you can go a little deeper. Squat. Just warming up our squat. We've got some squats coming up. 1 more time. Roll your shoulders back. 2 more times. Let's get started with our strength work. You're going to need your chair and your tube. We'll do each exercise for about 50 seconds and we'll have 15 seconds transition time in between. Now this is a circuit, so you're going to do 9 exercises without much break. You'll take a little break and then we do everything on the other side. Sit down, place the tube underneath your right foot and pull it up to your chest. Have your right foot staggered slightly back. Left foot staggered slightly forward. Here we go. Lift up and slowly down. Now you know how to do this from the warm-up, but this is a little different because your left leg is staggered a little bit forward, and that's going to make your right leg do a little bit more work. Lift. Now come down softly with control. Lift up. Don't just drop down. Come down with control. Press. Control it on the way down. Lift up. Now it's a lot of reps. If you need to take a break, take a break. Do as much of the set as you can. Going to be working all the major muscle groups in the body. One more. Come up. Chest press. Leave your feet where they are, but shift a little bit onto your left leg. Scoop under and up. Do it again, under and up. Exhale, inhale down, working the chest. So today's format is really fun. We do lower body, then upper body, then we combine the 2 movements. So it's effectively doing 2 sets of each exercise on each side of the body. Plus, we're working each side of the body separately. So you'll see where you're strong and you'll see what needs work. Keep your shoulder down, press your chest forward, working the chest muscles, the front of your arm and the front of your shoulder, your biceps and shoulder. One more. Good, now let's combine it. Bring the hands up, squat down. Come up and scoop. Come up and sit down. Lift up, scoop, lift up and sit down. Up, have you got it? Scoop, hands back up and squat down. It's quite complex. It's going to work your brain as well as your muscles. That's always good. Little brain and body connection. Remember, when you sit back down, lots of control. Up, squat, lift up, and press across. Squat down, lift up, press across. Scoop across, bring the hand up, and lift up, and lower it down, push across. Take the tube out from underneath your foot and come back behind your chair. Again, I'm going to move my chair forward to give me some space. Anchor the tube underneath your left foot. Hold it in the right hand at your right hip. Hold the chair with your left hand if you wish. Lunge to the side and step in. Keep all 10 toes facing forward. You can bring your left hand onto the left hip if you wish. Bend only your right leg, so your left leg stays straight and long. Keep tension on the band by pulling the band up towards your hip. Now that makes it pretty challenging on your right arm. That's okay. Take a break if you need to. Keep going if you can. You're almost there. Last rep. Step your right leg back a little bit. I'm just going to come out from behind my chair so you can see me. Stand on the ball of your right foot. Left hand on the thigh. Hinge forward. Row up. Drive your elbow up. Now you can hold just one tube to make it easier or for more challenge. Both handles in one hand. Now that's not only going to strengthen all of the muscles in your upper back, your bicep, back of your shoulder a little bit, the core, the legs, it'll also strengthen your grip. And grip strength is one of the things a trainer might test you to test your biological age. Good grip strength keeps you independent. Drive your elbow up. You'll never need to ask someone to open a jar for you if you've got good grip strength. Drive your elbow back and keep your shoulder down. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now we combine it. Side lunge and row. Have the arm in front of your right thigh. Lunge, row, and step in. Let's do it again. Lunge, row. This is equivalent to a second set. Row. And again, you can always use just one tube. Hold the other tube in your left hand like this. It makes it a lot easier. But these are big muscles. There's no shortcut to getting stronger. Do as much as you can. Maybe start with both tubes in your right hand and then move to separating the handles and just finish the set with one. That's absolutely fine to do. It's actually a good thing. Elbows up and back. Good. Release the tube out from underneath your left foot. Place it underneath your right foot. Now you can hold at the waist like this or bring the handles all the way up to your shoulders. The chair is there if you need it. Lunge back and step in. When you lunge back, step onto the ball of your foot rather than the whole of your foot. Keep your shoulders down away from your ears. Bend both knees. So you bend your back knee too. Bend your back knee. Step back onto the ball of the left foot. The right leg is the working leg. So keep your weight a little bit more forward than transferring it all the way back. Couple more. One more. Slowly release the tension. Kickstand your left foot. Combination movement. Bicep curl, hinge at the hip, extend your elbows, bend your elbows, lift up in one piece, and come down. So it's complex. Hinge at the hip, press your hands back, bring your hands to your shoulders, lift up in one piece and come down. Keep your elbows close to the side of the ribs. Press back, hands to shoulders, lift up in one piece and come down. Hands to shoulders, sit back, press back, hands to shoulders, lift up and slowly lower. One more time, hands to shoulders, hinge at the hip, press back, hands to shoulders, lift up and lower. Now we combine it. Now we combine it. Hands up, rear lunge. Rear lunge, step in, hands up, hinge, press back, hands to shoulders, lift up and lower it down. Hands up, rear lunge, hinge, press, hands to shoulders, lift up and lower. Rear lunge, hinge, press, hands to shoulders, lift up in one piece and lower it down. Hands up, rear lunge. There's a lot to think about, right? Hinge at the hip, press back, hands to shoulders, lift up and done. Ooh. Okay. You got 30 seconds to grab some water. Then we're coming back to the chair for our first move. This time you're going to anchor the tubing underneath your left foot. Left leg is going to be staggered back. Right leg is going to stagger forward. Bring your hands up to your shoulders. You ready? Here we go. Up. And slowly control it down. When you come down, control it all the way. Sit down softly. You're more than halfway through the class. Lift. Slowly down. Push. That left leg working hard. Push the floor away with your left leg. Keep more weight in your left side. Control it on the way down. 10 seconds. 2 more reps. 1 more rep. Good. Okay. Leave your feet where they are. Shift forward onto your right leg. Chest press. Scoop under and up with your left hand. Under and up, and slowly down. Now where's the breathing? You exhale, you inhale as you return it. Exhale. Inhale, return. Press. Good, and release. Press. Shift your weight slightly to the right as you bring the hand under and up like a scoop. Scoop. Working your chest muscles, the front of your arm, the bicep, and the front of your shoulder, your deltoid. Press. 1 more. Now we combine it, squat and chest press together. Here we go. Squat, come up, press across, hands up. Squat, up, press, up, squat, lift, press, lift, press under and up. Under and up. That's it. Under and up. One more. Very good. Take it out from underneath your foot and come behind your chair. I'm moving my chair for space. Anchor the tube underneath your right foot. Pull both handles to your left hip. Side lunge, and step in. You can bring your right hand onto the right hip. Again, you've always got the option of separating the tubing and just holding one tube in your left hand and the other in the right. That anchors it, but makes it easier. To make it more challenging, both handles in your left hand. It's a lot of work on the grip, amongst other things, but remember, gripping keeps you young. Keep all 10 toes facing forward, sit the hip back, hinge at the hip. One more. Now you can separate the handles using just one side or do both sides in the left hand. Row. Hand on the thigh, pull back. Drive your elbow up and back and keep your shoulder away from your ear. This strengthens some very important muscles, your upper back muscles. Very important here to press your shoulder down away from your ear. Be really deliberate. Remember, your option is to do one handle, holding the other handle in your right hand as you pull just one handle. For more challenge, on every level, grip, back. You're going to be working the muscles a lot harder with the two tubes. Do what feels best for you. You can always start with 2 and go to 1. One more rep. Good, now we combine it. Hold the tube in your left hand, chest up, hand just in front of you. Side lunge, row, and step in. Side lunge, row. I love these combination movements. They really strengthen the body in a coordinated and integrated way. And so often in our daily life, we move with integrated movements. Drive that elbow up, pull it back, take a nice big step out to the side, all 10 toes face forward, lift your chest, shoulders, press down your back, you're almost there, press back, couple more, one more, take the foot out from underneath your right foot, anchor it under your left foot, real lunge, hands up, let's go. Big step back, bending both knees. Keep your feet hip distance apart. Now there's a balance challenge with a rear lunge. You can also hold the hands at your hips like this to make it a little bit easier. The options are up to you. You can also do it just body weight. Put your tube down if you're really fatigued. Remember, because we're doing separate sides of the body, you'll really see what's strong and what needs work. Pay attention to it. You don't have to do anything different. The other side will catch the strong side. One more. Kickstand your right leg. I'm going to give you a side view. Biceps and triceps. Chest up, shoulders roll down. Bicep curl, hinge at the hip, press back, bring your hand to your shoulder, lift up in one piece and lower the hands. Hands to shoulders. Complex movement, lots to think about. Hands to shoulders, lift up in one piece and come down. Again, hands to shoulders. Sit back, hinge at the hip, press back, hands to shoulders, lift up in one piece and come down. Hands to shoulders, hinge at the hip, press, in, up, and down. Hands to shoulders. Last one, press, hands to shoulders, lift up in one piece, up, and down. Now we combine it. Now this is complex. Do your best. Bring your hands to your shoulders. Lunge and come up. Hinge. Press. Hands down. Up. Hands down. Hands up. Lunge. Back. Down. Hinge. At the hip, press back, extend your elbows, bring your hands to your shoulders, lift up in one piece, lower the arms, and bring your hands to your shoulders. Lunge, back, and up. Hinge at the hip, press, hands to shoulders, lift up in one piece, hands down, hands up, lunge, last one, lunge, up, hinge, press, hands to shoulders, lift, and lower. Ooh. Put your tube out of the way. We are going to stretch. First of all, let's just roll our wrists and stretch our hands. We gripped a lot. If you found that challenging, just remember, next time you do it, it'll be a little easier. Press away, press away, press down, roll your hands, roll your shoulders. Stand behind your chair, holding onto the chair. We're going to stretch out the front of your thighs. We worked the front of the thighs, so let's stretch it. Balance on your left leg. Now with your right hand, pick up the shin, the ankle, or if you're more flexible, right on your shoelaces. Keep your knees close together, lift your chest up, tuck your tailbone under, and pull the foot up and in towards your bottom. You'll feel a nice stretch right up the front of your thigh. Keep breathing, slowly release. Other side, shift onto your right leg. Find your balance, pick up the shin, the ankle, or the foot. If you're more flexible, bring your knees close together. You can always start at the shin and walk down towards your foot. That's a good way to increase your range of motion and improve your flexibility. Roll your shoulder back, pull the foot in towards your bottom, and release. Come take a seat on your chair. Stretch your leg forward, your right leg forward. Flex the foot, pull the toes right back towards your shin. Straighten that leg, lift up tall, bring your hands onto your left thigh and hinge forward, stretching out your hamstring, the back of your thigh. Good, come up. You can cross your ankle and open the knee and hinge forward, or for a deeper stretch, and it is a lot deeper, cross your ankle above your knee, flex the ankle, lift your chest, and hinge forward. It is a strong stretch. Even just sitting upright might give you enough of a stretch. Just try and work the knee down. Release that. Bring your left leg forward, flex the ankle, pull the toes back towards your shin, place your hands on your right thigh, lift up and hinge forward from the hip. Lead with your chest like you've got a string attached to your sternum and it's lifting you up and forward. Cross the ankle and hinge, or for a deeper stretch, cross it above the knee, flex the ankle, lift up. Now you can stay sitting upright, or even deeper stretch, hinge forward at the hip. Try and work that knee down. Oh, that just feels such a strong stretch, but such an important stretch because it works in directly into the hips, and that's really important. Hips need to be flexible. Rotate to one side so that your right side is sitting on and your left hip is off. Step your left leg back. Lift up and you'll start to feel a stretch in the front of your left hip. Place your right hand on the chair. Reach up and over. Other side. Rotate round. Sitting on the left side of your bottom. Right leg back. Lift up. Stretch your right hand up and lean across, opening the front of your hip. And release. Come back to face the front. Roll your shoulders up and down your back. Both hands up. Exhale and lower. Take your right ear over to your right shoulder and lift up. Now both hands up. Inhale up. Exhale down. Left ear goes to the left shoulder and up. Inhale up. Exhale down. Right ear to right shoulder. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale down. Left ear goes to the left shoulder. And turn the head to the right. Turn the head to the left. Roll your shoulders back 2 times. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you had a great class. Can't wait to move with you again.